database. Using Power BI Desktop, you can connect to any of these. Okay. So now here, what is our source? Our source is flat file. There's not Excel. So I want to connect to this Excel file. How I can connect? Very simple. Go here, use an option from the ribbon, and then the option called Get Data from Data Section. You see here, there is a drop down, and here this is icon. If you observe it, if I place cursor, this is highlighting the gray color. If I place cursor, this is highlighting the same gray color. That means icon and name. If I click on this name text, it shows the list of databases like Excel, Power BI datasets, SQL Server, analysis services, blank query. If I click on icon, last time I had clicked on text. This time I'm going to click on what? Icon. If I click on icon, what happens? It opens a new window with the same options. This time I have clicked on what? Icon. Which icon? The data icon. See, it's doing something in the backend. That is nothing but it's going to open get data window. See, same get data, and this is a window called what? Get data. Here we have what? Excel, text, XML, JSON. We have here just to close this window, cancel. In case if I click on this text, it is only showing few options, few databases. And in the end, we have what? More. In case if I click on more, it's going to open the same get data window. It opened the same window. So what is the difference between these two? Very simple. In this window, they have categorized. You see, get data, all. If I click on file, it shows only the list of flat files. If I click on database, it shows the database servers. SQL Server, Access Database, DB2 IBM, that is a MySQL and Power Platform. This Power Platform is the thing which are related to Power BI. Power BI. Next, Azure. It's related to cloud. They have given one separate option for the Azure because Azure is for Microsoft, Power BI is for Microsoft. And next, online services. This online services is nothing but here you can find all the related to like your cloud, OneDrive, Salesforce, Google Analytics, everything related to online. Next, in case if your database is not listed under any of this database, Azure online services, we have option called other. In other, we have option called ODBC. What? ODBC. Import data from ODBC, that is nothing but other database connectivity. Using this, you can connect to any kind of data. Clear? So using this get data option from data, we can connect to any kind of source data. So now here, I want to connect to what? Excel file. Excel file comes under the files. Click on file and see here we have Excel, CSV, XML, JSON, and folder PDF. I want to connect Excel. So select file and then select Excel and then click on connect. Once you click on connect, what happens? It's going to open a open window. This is nothing but which will be navigating to the source. Where is your source? What is? Where is your source? Our source is in the documents folder. Click what? Documents. Within the documents, where is your file? You need to navigate. This is nothing but in simple words I can say. Let's say I want to send an email with some attachments. What we do? You click on attachment icon and then it opens the navigator window. Then you go and select your source and click on open and attach the file. This is also same. Just navigate to your source location, select it and click on what? Open. If I click on open, in the back end, what Power BI does? it is going to establish connectivity. You see here, connected. Please write while we establish a connection to the source. In the backend, it is going to establish connectivity between your Power BI and your Excel file. What it is unable to connect. What it is saying, we are not able to connect. Why? Here they have given details, right? Microsoft Access Database engine cannot open or write the file. It is already open exclusively by another user, or you need permissions to view, write its data. That is nothing that I'm connecting to this file, right? It is in the open. So if the file is open, it cannot connect to that file. Understood? So what you need to do? Just close this file. What? Close this file. This saying it is already opened exclusively by another user. It was in the open, right? That's the reason. Now I close it and click on return. So here, in case you are connecting to any flat files and that file is open and you are trying to connect to that file using Power BI Desktop, in that case, it cannot connect. It cannot read. That's the reason. If the file is open, Power BI cannot read that file. So you need to close it and then you need to connect to the file. Now in the backend, it is establishing connectivity between Power BI Desktop and your source. It is just establishing the connectivity. It's not loading. So to connect to the data, the first step is what? Connectors. With the help of these connectors, we can establish the connectivity between Power BI Desktop and your data set. You see, this is the navigator and it has connected to this Excel file. Example, new superstore. There were three files, right? Three sheets. Orders, people, and returns. But here it is showing everything two times. I know, so it's repeated. Why it has repeated? We discuss that later. Okay. This is what navigator window. What navigator window does, or what is the use of this navigator window? Let's say our source file contains three different sheets: orders, people, returns. Out of these three sheets, I want to load orders data into Power BI. So how I can choose only the orders, or how I can choose the required data table from my source file with the help of navigator window. So navigator. With the help of navigator window, you can navigate to the required table or sheet. Or I can say with the help of navigator, we can load the required table data into Power BI. Understood what is the use of navigator window? With the help of navigator window, we can choose the required table and we can load the required table data into Power BI Desktop. Now here, what is the required table orders? Just select here. I did not select. I just clicked on the table name. You see here, preview is loading. With the help of this navigator, you can also preview the data. You see, I have selected orders. It is giving the preview of the orders data. I select people. Preview is loading. See, returns. Okay, it's what? Just data preview. But how to load? You see here, there is a checkbox. Whatever the data that you want to load, or which table data you want to load, you need to select the table name and checkbox before the table name. You see here checkbox, I have selected. Now it is showing with the yellow line, and in the back end it is loading the preview. Once you get preview, You see here there are three options: load, transform data, cancel. Transform data we discuss later. If I click on cancel, it is going to cancel this action, and I need to say it's going to cancel the loading the data to Power BI. But I want to
Sir,
load it.
sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
So here it is mentioned orders and order to people to return to. Why, sir? What is that return to people to order to?
This is nothing but it is just duplicating that table name.
Sir?
It is duplicating the table names.
Okay, sir.
Why it is duplicating? We discuss that later. Why? Because for that we need to cover some other components. So we discuss that later.
Okay, sir.
But remember, if it shows 2, don't select 2. Select the original name. How it is in your database. In database, orders. In database, it's not orders 2. So always select the right name table.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
But why it is duplicating, we discuss that later. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Just click on load. Now once you click on load, what happens in the backend? In the backend, Power BI uses different components like data engine. With the help of that data engine, first Power BI evaluates the data. You see here, determining automatic transformations and loading the data 10,001 rows. Load. In the backend, what happens? When you load data into Power BI, first Power BI evaluates data. At the time of evaluation, what it does? It identifies each and every field's data type and then assigns the best data type to each field in Power BI. Okay. Before that, it creates one model. What is that model? Model is nothing but connection. And after creating that connection in the model, it loads the data into that model. You see here, loading data to the model. And then what happens? It go read each and every row, assigns the data type, and then loads into our Power BI desktop. You see, orders 10,000 rows loaded, not completed. Once it loads data into Power BI, where it's going to, or how we can see it. Here we have 7 different sections, right? Power BI section. Which section is talking about data? Last one, fields and data section. That you can see that. You see here under what? Fields. Here we have fields. Same. We saw the same thing in the at the time of data analysis, right? Category, city, country, customer ID, customer name, discount, row ID, order date. These all we have seen on our table, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have loaded data into Power BI successfully. Okay. So I will show you one more time how to load data into Power BI. I mean how to connect to the Excel source. For that I delete this data. How to delete this data? Very simple. Same. Field section. This is the data we have loaded. This is our table name, right? Just right click on it. What is the option? This is delete. Just delete. So now I'm going to connect to the same Excel file one more time. How to connect to the Excel? That's very simple. Go here, click on get data, either icon or drop down, choose your source. Our source is Excel. Select and navigate to the your file location. Select the file, click on open and check. Read all these options, what it is doing. Please wait while we establish the connection to the your file. Read these options so that you can understand what it is doing in the backend. This is the navigator window. Each time you connect to the data source, it opens navigator window. Remember that. With the help of navigator window, we can select the required table and we can see the preview of the table.
Navigator means it shows the path to the data, right, sir?
it won't show the path of the data source. It will show the available tables in the connected file or in the connected source. Here we have connected to the Excel file. If you expand it, it shows list of all the sheets that are available in this file. It won't show the path.
Okay.
It shows the list
Okay.
of tables in the source. Ideally, it should not take this much of time. It should be a fraction of seconds. Like, it should not take more than 5 seconds. It's taking because of in the backend in my machine there are lots of servers around me. There's nothing. You see here, cancel refresh. This is nothing but in case if it's taking a lot of time to load, you can simply cancel and you can try it one more time. Okay, and then select the table which you want to load and have a look at the preview and then click on run. That's it. The backend, what it does, it loads the data into Power BI. Okay, here you can see the size of the file, number of records they have been loaded, everything you can see here in this window. In which window? In the processing queries. See the size is 3.600. Okay. Any doubts so far?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Once data loaded successfully, you can see under the fields, it is going to show only the field names. It will not show the data. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So what all we have discussed today? Installation and configuration, Power BI desktop sections, and how to load the data, and some basics about the data types. So I will stop it here for today. If you have any doubts, we can discuss.
I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, navigation to load the data here, you can saying that get data, but you told me that this is the one navigation.
Navigator. You are talking about the navigator window or navigations. You are talking about this navigations or you are talking about the navigator window.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Fine, fine, sir. I confused with the navigator and navigation.
Navigator is different, navigations are different. Tomorrow we
Okay, sir.
discuss
Clear.
navigations. Others? What about others?
No doubt.
No doubts?
No doubt, sir.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Okay, then. Good. So let's connect tomorrow. Okay. Practice all this. I mean to say, whatever that we have discussed today, installation and configuration. You perform this installation and configuration, and I will be sharing this data with your people. Share your email address with Praveen. Praveen will send an email to you all with this data set and use it to connect to the data sources and to analyze the data. Get it?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.